I'm here with Adam Crowston, General Manager for RIZON Truck Canada. And it's great to have you at the Expo. Very exciting to have a RIZON truck right behind us.
Yep.
Tell me about RIZON and its entry into Canada this year, I believe.
Sure, yeah. So RIZON Truck is the 9th brand under Daimler Truck. This is the 3rd generation, actually, of the EV platform that they have. It's been on the road since 2017. Over 12 million real-world kilometers on the truck, and so we're really excited to be able to introduce it to Canada. We feel there's a real need for a traditional OEM like Daimler to come in and just bring the quality and service and parts support that customers expect out of a work truck.
Great. So tell me about the truck, its best use cases. There are lots of different applications for certainly these classes of trucks. Where have they been used in Canada so far?
So we've seen a great uptake from municipalities looking at, you can put a dump body on the back. Right here we have a reefer body with a reefer from Cryos and a van body from Leclerc. So manufactured here in Canada, which is fantastic to see. So we have dry vans, we have reefer applications, dump bodies, flat decks, refuse trucks. Basically, you bring your ideas to the truck. It comes as a bare chassis, and we can kind of build up from there. It's very friendly to upfitters. It has an EPTO option, and so if you need to run equipment off of it, whether it's a reefer or a compactor for a garbage truck, we have that ability to upfit the truck in that way.
And what's that experience like? I come to you and I say, I need a truck for a application. What happens after that?
Yeah, so we would help connect you with a local dealer because we really believe in having support on the ground for the truck because these are work trucks. They need the uptime to keep running. So we would connect you with our dealer and we would go to whoever your chosen upfitter is for that, and we would just get a timeline on what's that take to get the equipment on the back, timeline to get the truck. We have them in stock in Canada, so we can get our truck in about 2 weeks right now, depending on the spec you're looking. If it's a factory order, it's about 4 months, and then you would get it to your upfitter. They would put it on and get you going. And so it's a real collaborative approach to customers because we want them to flexibility of who they want to choose on the back of the truck, and then working with that dealer for that real kind of ground level support for the chassis.
Great. And in terms of the specs for the truck, everyone wants to know the range, particularly battery size. What are we looking at?
Yeah, so our large battery is 124 kilowatts, and that'll get you about 250 kilometers worth of range, and that's based on a diminishing load, which means the truck being loaded at the start of the day, and you're making kind of drops as you go. Our medium battery pack, which this one here has about 170 kilometers worth of range. So what we find in a lot of last mile and municipal operations is that's more than enough range for what they need. The nice thing about this truck in the commercial space is because of the duty cycle of the truck, a lot of these people are returning to their base every single night, and so they have that 8, 10, 12 hours to charge, which means that your cost of infrastructure is lower because you don't need to go with a level 3 charging necessarily, depending on your situation. So the barriers to entry are a lot lower for that. Right now as well, there's federal grants on the truck. So on this one particularly, you can get up to $75,000 federally towards the purchase of the truck. And then there's some other provincial incentives that are kind of in process or in place in some provinces as well. So
definitely helps with the sticker shock.
Yeah, right.
All right. And then finally, what are RIZON's goals for the next 18 to 24 months in Canada? What would ideally you like to see?
Yeah, so we've seen some good uptake already. We've sold 40 to 50 of these trucks already within Canada. Waiting on some of the incentive announcements coming out of Quebec has been a little bit challenging, but we know that it's coming, so we do see that prospect there. Right now, we're just looking at building out the brand and building out our dealer network. So with it being a Daimler product, we can plug into the existing Daimler network, and we have service technicians and parts already on the ground. And so we're in that process. Like I mentioned, we signed on Premier Truck Group out of here in Mississauga, so helping get those folks familiar with the truck, getting their technicians trained, and really just being ready so that when the trucks hit the ground, that customers can have confidence in the product.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
No, thank you very much. Thanks for having us.